Welcome back to Screening on Streaming. And this next movie we're watching is or we're talking about is a original
Sci-fi.
movie, sci-fi movie called ARQ.
No, it's called ARQ.
And it's about this this group of people. Actually, the main character is caught in repeating the same day over and over again after about, I think, 6 hours or so. And he's trying to figure out, because he becomes cognizant of what's going on in the repeats of the time. He's trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, there's a Groundhog Day situation repeating where he starts to realize that he can learn and progress and have things work out differently, because at first he just dies, like he's killed over and over again, because he doesn't understand at first what's going on or what he should be doing with the situation he's in. He just can't find his way out of it. He can't rectify what he's dealing with. He is just killed over and over again. So he keeps trying to improve on that, of course, unfortunate situation. Yeah, so he starts to learn and adapt in a way and kind of progress the outcome in his favor, so that at least he doesn't die as fast or as horribly as he does as in the earlier parts of the movie.
As the movie goes on and he starts figuring stuff out, more characters start to also realize
two more. There's a girl who he's waking up with every time who knows nothing, but he tries to kind of work with her in the beginning so that the two of them might survive instead of dying over and over again. So when she becomes aware that the situation is repeating, when she recognizes after she starts to wake up in the later sequences, she seems to be helping him or working with him so that they might survive and learn something, or at least get out of the situation that they're in. Instead, it turns out she's kind of a bad guy, and she is not at all on his side. So they continue to die for a while.
More things go on. We get into more when this happens. By the way, the title of the show, the movie, ARQ, is in reference to this machine that they find out that the main character
it's the cause. Yes, it's the cause of the repeating time line or sequence, because they do. Yeah, it does. What is it, about between 3 and 6 hours? They repeat the same span of time over and over again a number of times, and at first it's just the guy who worked on it that is aware of the repeating time sequence. A little bit later, it's the girl that he's with, and then later still, one of the bad guys becomes aware of the repeating timeline. So, plot twist, and of course things continue to change, so the whole movie is interesting. Keeps growing.
So basically, you can think of this movie, as we said earlier, this movie's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like a Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. A little bit, because it's a repeating day. That's the first thing on my mind. It's also like Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise. But what's different, what I like about this, just talking about the movie itself, it's interesting that they were able to like pull that much story out of using, I think, maybe 1 or 2 sets. Like, there's a lot going on. Possibly, I'm not a filmmaker, maybe 3 sets, minimal amount of sets. Yeah. But enough stories going on, a lot's going on where you can understand they could actually make a full-blown
he's making a very
movie
good
out
point.
of it.
Yeah, there are a number of things going on in the same span of time, really. But as they learn more and become more aware of what they're dealing with and what options they may or may not have, it really expands. It grows a whole lot. There's a whole lot to the story, and it's, I find, very interesting. It's surprisingly interesting and entertaining for what they were working with.
So what I think about this again is, I think because of that it was made. I mean, it brings to the story of the movie, and it works because they were able to do it with so little resource. I think they didn't use a lot of money. I mean, think about it. There was only maybe 6 actors, I think, in the entire movie.
5. 3 bad guys, 2 good guys.
6.
Okay.
How many bad guys were there?
3. Oh yeah, the guy died.
Yeah,
okay, the dead guy. I forgot the guy who was dead for the majority of the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Another plot twist.
So there were. See, that's what I was saying. Like, it really doesn't matter how specific we get with the numbers.
All right.
So anyway, So anyway, the point is, we're not talking about. We're gonna let you see we give enough about the story. So hopefully you will like that part of the movie. I mean, we hopefully give you enough of the story that you want to go check out the story. Now, what I want to do now is, like I was starting to do earlier, is I just want to talk about the movie, like what worked, what didn't work. All right. So forget about the plot. That's over. Let's talk about what we thought worked and what didn't work in the movie. All right. Okay. So again, I thought the sets worked. Minimum amount of sets, minimum amount of cast, minimum amount of budget. I think that worked.
It did.
Yeah.
I agree.
Something that I think didn't work, and I'll say why it didn't work, and I'm going to go there again because of the way the plot went. The little triangle love story they try to throw in there. Who cares? Like, you after about a serious, like, watch the movie, or if you do see the movie, I'm telling you, like, when they introduced this so-called love triangle thing, like in like the first like 20, 30 minutes of the movie, once they get towards the later parts, the other parts of them reliving that sequence, you're gonna forget it even happened. You're gonna be like, oh, okay. So yeah, again, romance. Now this time it didn't work at all.
Okay, well, okay. Of course, you're gonna say it was unnecessary or whatever, but I can't strongly stand on saying that it was relevant, but it affects the story to an extent.
But it felt like, didn't you feel like it kind of like didn't need to be there? Like,
no,
forget about it. I forgot about what was going on with them.
The contrast that comes in later is because of that crap happening early on. The reason that they had the conflict between each other that they had mattered more because we see that they were supposed to have been, or thought that they were in, some kind of relationship beforehand. Clearly in disagreement. Whatever. This ain't an agreement show. We're just sharing our opinion on that.
I disagree.
Of course. That's fine. Whatever.
Oh, it's funny.
I'm here, he's there. Whatever. That's how it is. That's what happened.
So, you got anything else to add about that?
No, not really. That's the movie in a nutshell. I think it's a good story. I like the way that it came together. I think that everything that happened belonged, and I enjoyed the movie and the story and the way that the story played out. I liked it, even because there are times when they die different ways or for different reasons, partly because of that relationship part that was in the movie, in the story. I appreciated it. There I go.
That's gonna be. We're gonna get you a shirt that says "appreciate it" across it, like ScreeninOnStreamin. Appreciate it! Exclamation point! I think, despite the hokey romance thing that they tried to use as a plot device that you completely forget later on in the movie, still the movie's good, and I recommend go seeing it.
I say watch the movie. Go ahead and check it out. It'll surprise you. You're going to think that you're wasting your time for real at first because it starts to repeat kind of without a direction. But if you watch the movie, if you let it go, I think that you will also appreciate the movie. And it's a good movie. It's definitely worth watching. If you have any time, you want to watch something interesting, you should check out ARQ on Netflix, the Netflix original.
So if you have any suggestions, any comments that you want to leave about our show, any improvements we could make, anything like that, leave them down below. We'll respond. Sorry, a couple of you guys, we just been a little busy, but we will respond shortly. So please leave those comments down below. Share, hit the like button. Share with your friends, your family, your grandmas, your aunties.
And subscribe.
Okay, I liked what they brought to the table as far as like, it was kind of a bad guy that was there already, but they didn't know, like real bad guy of the story.
It took time for him to come to light. We didn't really know who he was. He was there the whole time.
And I know you guys, I'll just go ahead and say we'll just go ahead and spoiler, it doesn't matter.